love yourself. And by that, I don't mean just love the physical aspect of yourself. That people are not thinking or looking at you as much as you think they are. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. We now have 200 subscribers. Like, that's crazy. 200 of y'all are watching me. I like it. I love it. And I just know fashion is really that girl for me because all my fashion videos have been doing so great. And so many of y'all have subscribed from my fashion videos. And literally, that's all I needed to know. Because I already love fashion. And now that I know you guys also love, when I post fashion videos, y'all gonna get tired of me. I'm just gonna say this now. Y'all gonna get tired of me. But you guys, today's video, I'm gonna be doing my makeup with all the brand new stuff that I got from Ulta. And I did tell y'all I was gonna show y'all. And I don't know, y'all know I'm trying to like step up my makeup game, and I feel like I've gotten a little better. So I have to keep doing it, and I'm showing y'all the process. Like, y'all see me when it was bad, y'all see me now, y'all gonna see me with new products, and hopefully like it's better, you know. And then I'm gonna learn more and more and more. But anyways, as I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna be telling y'all 20 things you should know in your 20s. I'm currently 22, so I'm still pretty young and I'm still pretty new to being in your 20s thing. But I'm not gonna lie, I have already learned so much, and I feel like it's this, like, knowing these 20 things can be helpful to you even if you're not in your 20s yet. And even if you like in your later 20s, or if you pass your 20s, because those are some general things that can help you in life. And I feel like knowing them now in your 20s at a time where it's just like so much things is happening, so many things are changing and everything, it can really help you, you know, set up the best life that you can for yourself. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the number one thing that you should know in your 20s is that people are not thinking or looking at you as much as you think they are. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I feel like that's something we all suffer from, thinking that like if we go outside looking certain ways, somebody's gonna look at us crazy. Or if you like want to try something new, you're gonna think like, oh, they're gonna think this girl is crazy, people are gonna laugh at me, they're gonna look at me. But the crazy thing is, just as you thinking that other people are looking at you crazy, that person is probably thinking the same thing too. Like, half of the time we just be in our own head thinking that other people are thinking about us, while they also thinking that other people are thinking about them or looking at them crazy. So you shouldn't let that limit you from wanting to do stuff or trying something new or just wanting to be yourself, because people really are not as worried about you, or as like, they're really not looking at you as much as you think. Like, you just in your head. If they are too busy to text you that they're gonna be busy, then they don't care about you. I'll repeat that again. If they are too busy to send you a message to say that I'm gonna be busy today, then they don't care about you. And I feel like in our generation where texting is like where a lot of us connect to people, or just like if you're dating someone or if you're talking to someone, like most of the time y'all be communicating through texting and stuff like that. And if y'all are texting and then like they didn't even tell you, oh, today I'm gonna be busy, so I'm not gonna be texting as much, they don't care about you. Because it really takes 5 seconds to say, hey, I'm gonna be busy today, so I won't be texting as much. Like, once you realize that, you're not gonna be making excuse for why they took so long to text you. They're like, even if they said, oh, I was busy today, that's why I didn't text you, that's a lie. Because even if they're busy, they still had time to go to the bathroom. While they at the bathroom, they could have sent you a message to say, hey, I'm busy today. Or even while they are busy, they could have just like say, hey, I've been a little busy, I'm sorry I didn't text you earlier. Instead of them going a whole day or going hours, like, come on, they don't care. Like, you really gotta realize that. Number 3, expose yourself to the things that you want and the things that you wanna do. And I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing that I've been doing, and that's one thing that has helped me a lot. Like, with me living in the apartment that I'm living now, like, I was just trying to expose myself to the lifestyle that I want. Like, I wanted to leave in a high rise. I wanted to leave downtown, but I didn't know I was actually gonna do that for real. But I still came and look at the apartment anyways. Like, even if I didn't know how I was gonna pay for it, I still told myself, this is what I want. So I'm gonna come look at it just so I can have an idea, that so that when I really plan on moving, then I'll know exactly what to expect. But look at me now, I live here. And I didn't, like, that was not the plan. I didn't think that was going to be possible, but I exposed myself to it. And also, like, expose yourself to the lifestyle that you want as well. Like, if you want to be someone that travel, watch traveling videos, read about it, read articles, and just learn, like, see what opportunities are out there that can help you achieve those great and amazing things that you want to achieve. Because when you expose yourself to it, you're gonna learn more about it, and it's gonna, like, the more you learn about something, the more likely you are to do it. You're like, okay, so I know how to do this and that. Like, it's gonna seem more possible because you're thinking about it, you learning about it, instead of you saying, oh, I want to do this when I'm like this and that, but I'm not gonna look into it, I'm not gonna do nothing about it, but that's something that I want to do. Like, you really gotta expose yourself to everything that you want. And that also goes in, like, to, like, the type of relationship you want. Like, if you know you want to be in a loving relationship and you don't know anybody in your life that has a loving relationship, or anybody that is in a loving relationship, you got to expose yourself to that. Like, look at YouTube videos, look at read books, read articles, just like, but at the same time too, don't look at somebody and say, oh, this is the perfect love. Like, just look at many different couples to see what love is like. What exactly do they do, or how do you see love in their relationship? Because if all you know is what love is not, then when you have love, you're not gonna know that it is love, or you might even sabotage it because you didn't know that it was love. So exposing yourself to the things that you want in life can really help you achieve those things and go after it, because you're like, oh, I've been learning about this, I've been saying I want this. Like, you're gonna motivate yourself to go after that. So expose yourself, ladies and gentlemen. And the next thing, number 4, is your 20s are really some of your best and most fun time. And I feel like people said this before, and I know not everybody's gonna agree with this, and I understand that, because, like, you just entering your 20s and suddenly you gotta pay bills, you gotta do all these things. Like, it's a lot, don't get me wrong, it's a lot. But the thing is, I feel like because we are still young, because we are a young adult, we still have some leeway to make mistakes and still have enough time to pick ourselves up and do it again. But the thing is, you can still do those things when you're older, but I feel like in your 20s, like, you don't feel the pressure as much. Even though we still put the pressure on ourselves, but it really is not as much as it will be if you're older, and then you, like, trying to pick yourself back up again. Like, you're gonna be harder on yourself. You're gonna, like, just like, it's just gonna be a harder things to do. But in your 20s, if you fail, you can go ahead and pick yourself up and try again. Like, it's really your time to have fun, because you're still so young. Like, even though people expect things out of us, you still only 20. Like, I'm still in my 20s. Please, I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to enjoy, because you only get to be this age once. And I feel like we at, like, the perfect age where we're not too young, but we're not too old. So having fun is what we should be doing. And if you're in your 20s and you out here stressing yourself out, go easy on yourself. Like, girl, you only in your 20s. A couple years ago, you was in your teen years. Like, you really new to this. So please go easy on yourself and have some fun. Like, don't stress yourself out too much. Don't think too hard. Just, like, you know, plan for the things that you want, but at the same time, let yourself have some fun. You 20. You in your 20s. Come on. All right, as my eyebrows is looking very crazy, I had to take a second to try and do it myself. Not do it myself, do it off camera, because I'm so bad at doing eyebrows, you guys. But number 5, keep that credit score up, sweetie. Like, please keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Real cute and nice, because America runs on credit. Like, everything you need to do, they're looking at your credit score. And I know for some of us, we like if you just turned 20, some of us in our early 20s don't have a credit score, or don't have a credit card. And sweetie, if you are one of those person, please get a credit card, but at the same time, please be responsible. I know like sometimes it can be so scary, because I feel like before I had a credit card, they were making it seem like it was so hard to maintain, that it was just gonna be like you was gonna be in debt, you're not gonna, like, your credit score is gonna be messed up. But honestly, if you're not doing anything crazy, it's not hard to keep up with. Like, just make sure you do your monthly payment. Just make sure you don't like spend all of the money at once, you know. Oh, my eyebrows are so messed up, Jesus Christ. But yeah, keep that credit score real cute and nice, and just like start slow. Like, and if you are still in college, oh, let me do it this way. If you are still in college, they have like some credit cards for college students, and I feel like that's a good way to start, because your credit limit will not be a lot. It'll be wait, y'all, give me a second. But yeah, keep that credit score nice, because you're gonna need it. And again, if you're a college student, they have like credit cards with a lower amount of money, so that way you're not like deeply in debt. Like, we don't want that. But yeah, start that credit card. Like, please get a credit card and just go easy. Like, use it for small purchases, and make sure every month that you pay the monthly required amount. Just try not to miss a payment. Like, that's the number one thing. Try not to miss a payment, and try not to use all of your money. You need it, because like, you trying to get an apartment, you trying to get a car, any type of loan you trying to do, they're gonna look at your credit score. And if you don't have a credit card, I feel like that's gonna make it so hard. So the earlier you start with a credit card, the more time you have to build up your credit score, instead of starting like when you're 25 or like when you're 23. If you start like later in your teen years, like 19, 18, or if you start at 20, 21, 22, you have enough time to build it up. So by the time like you want to get an apartment, by the time you want to get your dream car, you'll have a good credit score to actually be able to get some good loans and stuff like that. So yeah, start early. Number 6, learn to have fun by yourself. Learn how to have fun by yourself. Like, it is so important, because I feel like a lot of the time we be wanting to do some stuff, but we don't do it because we like, oh, I don't want to do this by myself. Like, I'm too scared to do this by myself. But once you learn how to have fun by yourself, you really remove the limits that you've set on yourself. But now you can travel by yourself. You can go out and have a drink by yourself. You can do anything by yourself. Like, if you want to try an experience, like you want to go skydiving and none of your friends want to do it, are you not going to go skydiving because nobody want to do it with you? Or are you going to do it by yourself and still have that, like, that amazing experience? Learn to have fun by yourself, because then you can just do anything you want to do anytime and not have to worry about having somebody there with you, or like missing out on fun stuff because you didn't want to do it by yourself. So that's number 6. Have fun, please. Number 7, go after your dreams even if nobody supports you. And I feel like that also falls in line with like having fun by yourself. It's like being okay with being by yourself, being okay with being your number 1 supporter, and being okay with being your only supporter. Like, you gotta want it so bad that it doesn't matter if nobody supports you. Like, you gotta go after it, because at the end of the day, it is for you. You're doing it for yourself. So regardless if everybody's telling you, no, don't do this, or if nobody want to support your dreams and support like what you want to go after, do it anyway. Like, do it scared. Do it without anybody's help. Do it even if you don't know what you're doing. Like, just go at it and go after your dreams and do it without any support. You are your own support. So do what you need to do to get yourself right. Number 8, go to therapy. Like, I really mean, like, go to therapy. And you don't have to be traumatized. You don't have to be depressed. You don't have to have bipolar disorder. You don't have to have ADHD. Go to therapy. Just as you go to the doctor every year to get a checkup, go to therapy so you can heal. Because the crazy thing is, we all have experienced at least one thing that was traumatizing, or have experienced something that it was hard for us to get over. Like we all have experienced bad stuff, and we've all struggled with something, you know. So go to therapy and get the healing that you need. And if you don't need healing, go to therapy so that you can learn how to cope with certain things, just in case like in the future you might need that. Like it's good to have skills for things that you might encounter in your life. And we really, like, it's truly helpful to have somebody that you can speak to that's not someone that's your friend or family, because they actually gonna give you the answer that you need. They actually gonna like tell you the truth. They're not gonna try to baby you, because their goal is to help you, not to be your yes man or yes woman. Like, that's not what therapy is. They're gonna sit there and listen to you, and they're gonna help you achieve whatever it is that you need help with. So please go to therapy. I know there's like stigma and all that stuff around it, but if you can afford it, even if you don't do it for like a whole year, if you want to do 3 months of therapy, do that, and then you'll see how much it's gonna help you change, because you're gonna come out of it with like just way better, just like better ways to deal with certain stuff, like better way to handle your emotions, better way to talk to people, better way to just like optimize your life, better way to live life. So go to therapy and just see what it can do to you, what it can do for you, how it can help you. Number 9, stop comparing yourself to other people. I'm not gonna lie, it's so easy to look at someone and just see that, wow, they living like the most amazing life. They're just happy every time, they're just happy all the time. Everything seems to be going right for them. Like their life is amazing. They're not going through anything. And I'm not gonna lie, that's not always the truth. Like, we all go through stuff, and you might look at this person and say, wow, I want their life, while they're looking at someone else and wants the same thing. And at the same time, you don't know how somebody got to be where they at. So don't compare yourself. Don't be like, well, this person is 24 and I'm 26, and they seem to got everything together. They got a house, they got this and that, they got husbands, they're doing this and this and this and this and all that. And you're like, but I'm still here, I'm still doing this. But you don't know how happy this person is actually. You don't know how good that relationship is, or like what they went through to get that house. Like, you can't just look at somebody's life and think like, wow, look at how well they doing, and then look at me, and then look how well I'm not doing. But you gotta take into account what you had to go through, how you got to where you at. Like, so much more that goes behind the closed door that you don't know about. So don't compare your journey with somebody else's journey, because you're not gonna be able to enjoy yourself. Like, even though you already went through so much to be where you at, you're gonna look at that person and see, wow, it seems so easy for them, and I'm still at this level. But you still gotta realize that before you was at this level, you was down there, but you've reached a different level now. So don't compare yourself and not enjoy where you at. Number 10, knowledge is power. Knowledge is really power. The more you know, the better. Because even if you're not interested in something, or even if you like don't plan on using something, it's still good to learn, because there's no such thing as learning too much. There's no such thing as like reaching your learning limit. Like, you can always learn. Like, no matter how much you know, or how smart you think you are, or like how much you don't think you need to know, you can always learn some more. And the more you know, the better your life is. Like, you never know when you would need to use that knowledge. You never know like what you might end up doing later in life. So the more you know, the better. Number 11, give yourself some break. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like right now it's just been so much pressure for being in your 20s. Like, I've been seeing so many posts about, oh, I'm 20 and I feel like I should have this figured out. I'm 20 and I don't have this and that. But like, y'all need to give yourself some break. Like, you in your 20s, please. It goes with having fun. Just give yourself some break. It's good to have dreams. It's good to have plans. It's good to go after those things. You should definitely go after your plans and go after your dreams and your goals. But at the same time, go easy on yourself. Like, give yourself grace. You're still in your 20s, sweetie. Number 12, it's okay to lose friends. It's okay to grow apart with people. It's okay to just not have a lot of friends. Like, I feel like so many of us are thinking, well, I'm in my 20s and I don't have that many friends, or like, I'm not friend with that person or anymore. It's okay, because I feel like being in your 20s, you are in a changing, like, time. Like, you are in a time where a lot of things are changing. For example, if you was in college, now you graduated college and now you in your career, and it's like so many things are happening, or you moved to another place, so you're not as close to your friends anymore as you used to be, or you moved town and all that stuff. Like, it's so many things happening in our 20s where it's like sometimes it makes it hard to keep friends. And I feel like it's okay if you lose friends, and even if like that's not the reason you lose friends, like even if you lost a friend just because y'all fall out or something happened, like it's okay. All right, you will be fine. You will be okay. And as well as like not having a lot of friends, I feel like so many of us are like, oh my God, I only have 2 friends. But you have 2 great and amazing friends. You don't need more. Like, having good quality friendship is better than having a lot of friends, like having a big quantity, but like you don't really have anyone that you can really rely on, or anyone that's really gonna come through for you when life is hard. Like, you don't really have anyone that's truly supporting you. But when you have like 2 people and they're like always there for you, like they're gonna support you no matter what, what's the point of needing more friends than that? Like, you already have 2 great support system. You don't need anybody else. So don't think that just because you have 1 or 2 friends that you need more, or like I don't know, just be happy and satisfied, because what's more important is having great friendships rather than not having a lot of friends. Number 13, choose your romantic partner wisely. And I know you in your 20s and you having fun. But baby, once you know you're ready to settle down and you know that you want to be with that person forever, make sure that their finances are good, and make sure that their family values and how they view marriage, or like if they even want to get married or if they want to have kids. Make sure you ask those questions early on, rather than when you're already in a full-time relationship and y'all been together for 7 years or 5 years, and now like you trying to like get married, and then come to find out they never want to get married, or come to find out that the way that they want the marriage to be is not what you want to be. It's not how you want it to be. Because a lot of the time some marriages fail because those like very important conversation never happened during the dating stage, and now you married to that person, and then now y'all broke up, y'all getting a divorce because y'all never truly discussed those big important things. So as much fun as you are having with that person, make sure you ask them, like, how do you see finance? Like, what is the financial situation gonna be like? Like, are we gonna be sharing a card? Are we each gonna have our own like debit card? Like, do you want a 50-50 relationship? Are you one of those people? Or like, are we gonna make it work based on how we need to make it work? You know, like, you gotta have those conversations before you go ahead and get yourself in a marriage that now you gotta get divorced, and now it's like this big thing. But if you had like discussed those things beforehand, you would never have to worry about that. All right, number 14, it is okay to not have it all together. And we really need to hear this. We really need to hear that, because right now so many of us are thinking, well, I'm in my 20s now, I need to have the did I just put that on my eyebrows? Oh my God. Anyways, like, we thinking I need to have it all together. I need to know exactly what I'm gonna do 5 years from now. I need to make sure that I have this house, I have this car, I have this dream. I need to make sure that I'm sure that this is the career that I want for myself. I need to make sure that I'm not gonna change my career, when you really don't need to have it all together. Because the thing is, you can always start again at any age. Like, there's no such thing as it's too late. And we do that to ourselves a lot. A lot of the time we're like, well, I wanted to do this when I was 22, but now I'm 29, I'm about to be 30. I cannot do this. Like, this is too late for me. The time has passed. But listen, it's better for you to try it rather than not trying it and then having regrets. Like, it's okay to try it and then you fail at it, because at least you know you tried. instead of never trying and never knowing if you would have been successful. So it is okay to not have it all together. It's okay to start again. It's okay to not know what you want to do. It's okay to know what you want to do and realize that it's going to take time. Like, it is okay to just like go at the pace that is good for you, that is comfortable for you. Number 15, travel, 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 and travel some more. I feel like you're in your 20s, sweetie. It really is one of the best times to travel because you're so young. And I feel like people are very receptive to you. I'm only speaking, I'm kind of speaking from my own experience. I feel like traveling at my age, it's just been so much fun. Like I don't know, you young to be able to do everything. Like, if you want to do the fun, young stuff, you can do that. But if you also want to do some more mature stuff, you can also do that. And like, because you also young, you don't have as much responsibility. Like, most of us at this age don't have no kids, so we're not tied down, not necessarily tied down, but we don't have like somebody else that we have to take care of, or somebody else that we have to worry about. Like, okay, if I'm traveling, where is this person gonna stay? Where is my kids gonna stay? Like, we don't have to worry about that because we don't have no kids. So that's why it's like, it's very important to travel in your 20s, because it's easier to do that rather than when you have kids, because now you gotta worry about where your kids gonna stay. Are you gonna bring your kids with you? Is it me, y'all? Is my under eye like darker? Like, why is this part? Ugh, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, I don't know, but it's not taking well to the, like, what's going on here? Ugh, I feel like it's been doing that. I don't know if it's the stuff that I'm using that is making it do that or what it is, but it is pissing me off. So I'm gonna put some more concealer, even though I already done put so much concealer already. I'm gonna put some concealer under my eye and see if this is gonna go away. But yeah, travel as much as you can. And the other thing too is that because you're young, like, even if you have an apartment, you can just not renew your list and put everything you have in a storage and just go travel the world. Or if you're staying with your family, even better, you can just, you know, travel, save money, and then travel, because you're not paying for rent. You're not paying for like any big expenses. So it's a perfect time to just like, you know, leave everything behind, fill up your bag with enough clothes, and just travel around the world and like take a backpacking trip and do all these great and amazing things. Like, in your 20s, it's really one of the best times to travel and just be a little reckless, you know? Like, if you want to take, I feel like it's easier to do longer travel in your 20s because, like, again, you don't really have that much responsibility, so it's easy for you to just use your money. But once you're like older, you're gonna have to like save your money. You're gonna have to make sure you have a saving account and do all these great and amazing things and be more responsible. So make sure you travel in your 20s and have as much fun as you can in your 20s. Number 16, if you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. Like, you truly gotta tell yourself, you have no choice but to have this. You have no choice but to accomplish this. You have no choice but to do this. And you really will, like, just surprise yourself. Like, you really gotta want it bad enough. And by wanting it bad enough is knowing that this might take me 5 years, but I will get this. This might maybe take me only 3 days, but I will get it. Like, whatever it is, you gotta want it bad enough so that you can go after it, like, with all your force, with all your might, and make sure that it happens. Because the second that you start giving yourself other options, then now you're gonna know, well, if I fell at this, I can always fall back into this. No, you gotta say, this is exactly what I want, and I don't care what I gotta do, and I don't care how long it's gonna take. This is what I will have. Like, you really gotta give yourself like an ultimatum. Like, this is this or nothing. Like, this is literally it or nothing at all. And you're gonna surprise yourself. Like, once you give yourself that ultimatum and you really like set on it and you say, I'm going to make this happen, you will make it happen. Like, it's truly, that's another one of those things that I've been living by, is like, really, like, whatever it is that I want and I want it bad enough, I give myself no other option but to get that. Like, I wanted to move to Orlando. It was either Orlando or Tallahassee, and I did not want to stay in Tallahassee. So of course, I make sure that I brought my little behind to Orlando, and now we're here. And like the lifestyle that I want, like it's either the lifestyle that I want or nothing at all. So I'm gonna go at it with the full force that I have, and I'm going to make sure that I get exactly what I want. That's just what it is. Number 17, don't settle and don't lower your standard. Don't settle and don't lower your standard, because so many people done this. Like so many people, like once they reach a certain age, they just start getting scared. Like, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna be able to accomplish this, so let me just settle for this thing. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna get to that level, so let me just stay where I'm at. Oh my gosh, this is the highest that I can reach. Like you just give up on yourself. Don't settle and don't lower your standard. It don't matter how many times you got rejected. It don't matter how many times like you fail. Just keep going at it. Just keep wanting more. Just keep striving. Like, and at the end of the day, if like for example, if you want a man and like your standards are too high and every man that you've met, they've been below your standard, stay single. Stay single, because the crazy thing is a lot of women goes through so much stuff because they lower their standard, and now they're dealing with a man that's not even the type of man that they want, but they rather that than being single and loving themselves. So ladies, please don't lower your standard. And that also goes for men too. Like, don't lower your standard just so you can have someone. Like, you'd rather choose someone else over yourself. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, you know? Number 19, I got it from a friend. I was talking to her. Well, she called me while I was making my list. And I was like, what would you say to somebody that is in their 20s? And hers was have a plan. And by that, it's like, know what you want to do, know what you want to accomplish, and make sure that you work toward that every day. Like, make sure you know in your head, like, okay, I want to have this. I want to do this at this age, or I want to be able to do this thing. Like, if it's like a car, you want to have your dream car by the time you're like 27, and right now you're like 21. Start with a plan. How are you gonna get that car? What are you gonna do? What is like, are you gonna save money? Are you gonna invest money somewhere where you know that by the time you're 27, you're gonna be able to like reach into that fund and have that money to pay for that car that you want to have. Like, it's really good to have a plan. Just as you're just enjoying life and having fun, still know in the back of your head, like, I want to have this. This is where I want to be. So make sure you have those plans and stick with that plan and just work toward that plan every day. Okay, last but not least, love yourself. And by that, I don't mean just love the physical aspect of yourself. I mean, love your personality, love your mindset, love how driven you are, love how you don't give up. You gotta love yourself enough to respect yourself. You gotta love yourself enough to choose yourself over everybody else. And a lot of people struggle with that. Like, a lot of people, especially like when it comes to like friendship and families and like romantic things, sometimes people don't love themselves enough to let those things go. Like, sometimes you have family members that you gotta let go of, and you don't love yourself enough to respect yourself. You don't love yourself enough to put yourself first. Like, you have to learn how to be selfish with yourself when it comes to letting people in your life, letting people have access to you when their access that they have to you is not helping you. You got to learn how to cut off those people and just love yourself enough to be by yourself, love yourself enough to respect yourself, and love yourself enough to choose yourself every single time. But yeah, you guys, thank you for watching the whole video. I hope like y'all at least learn one thing that you plan on using in your 20s. And I really hope that this list helped y'all. Like, I feel like this list is something that I myself will be looking back on and just make sure that I remind myself to love myself. I remind myself to, choose myself and to let myself try things and fail at them instead of never try them and regret it later down in life. Like, I hope this list was very, very helpful to y'all. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. I did some different things. Like, I did my lashes, I did my eyeliner. I never usually do eyeliner before, but let me know what y'all think. Like, do y'all think these products look better than my previous video? Like, go watch my, I think it's like 4 videos from this one. It's like my first video of the year. Anyways, go watch that and then let me know what y'all think. Like, did this product help? I feel like, you know, I feel like this look way better. Like, I like this look. I feel like this look way more put together. And yeah, and make sure y'all subscribe because I will be doing more makeup videos and stuff like that, because the goal is by the end of 2024, I want to be a pro at doing my makeup to the point where I can actually go to like an upscale event with my makeup and not feel like I look crazy. So yeah, but we are growing slowly but surely. And again, thank you for 200 subscribers. And I will see y'all next week for my weekly vlog. Bye.